Hello, hello, how's everyone? And Aaron, how are you? How's
Doing
everything
well.
today? Great,
Doing
great.
well. It's warm outside. Feels great.
Yeah, very warm here in Florida. Thank you for being here. Uh, 3Charts at 3 p.m. Sponsored by Data Meaning here. Thank you so much, Data Meaning, for letting us do this every week. Today we have contact center or call center data. Really cool visualizations we have found that we can, see KPIs, performance. How can you track contact center calls? I mean, great data to visualize. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of companies out there that do that. Who doesn't do that anymore? I mean, everyone do that. Even if you have a chat box or everything, you need to take those chats and figure out what's going on, get some insights. So we have very good data visualization that we can learn a lot today. It's only Aaron and I today. We may end early, maybe. That's
It,
awesome.
hey, it just gives us more time to talk. It's all good.
Yeah, more time to talk. Exactly. And what I'm gonna, if you've never been on the show before, so please know we have some data visualizations. Aaron has some, I have some that we have not seen before. None of us have seen before, and then we're gonna talk about them. Talk about what do we like, what is confusing, how can we make them better, all of that. And like again, thanks Data Meaning for allowing us to do this. If you are working with Tableau or Alteryx, just let us know. I mean, we can help you out with anything needed from data strategies to training to if you want to talk about visualizations in general. Please let us know. We're here to help you. Christine, thank you for being here, Christine. So, Aaron, you want me to start? I got a good one for you.
All right, go ahead.
I'm
I
gonna
got
start. I'm gonna start.
I got 5 dashboards to show.
Okay. I'm gonna start right now, Christine. So check this out. I'm gonna show you a great one. So this is really interesting because in this one, Aaron, I'm gonna do something different today. I'm gonna show you this one. I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm gonna show you another one, and I'm gonna ask you a question, and the third one, I'm gonna show you another question. Oh, cool! I'm working with Tableau, Christine. Thank you so much. So tell me, what is your first impression, real quick? What do you think
Hold on, I
about this one?
gotta make my screen bigger.
Oh, let me
No, no,
put
you're
it in the chat. Let me put it in the chat so Christine or anybody that is in the chat can see it. Let me see. It's right there. So this company is called Dundas, I think. Dundas.com. They build this custom, dashboards. So they're not really from a BI tool, I think. They're not really from like Tableau or Power BI. This is one more like custom dashboards that they build. They have great visualizations. Sometimes I go here to dundas.com just to get some ideas, some inspiration. So I saw that this one was really cool. It's interactive. So I mean, you should be able to click on some of this. Let me see. I believe it is. Yeah. So you can do a day picker. You can do like this. 3 days ago, 4 days ago. I think this is cool. This yesterday. You can do billing, hardware, order, inquire. So tell me, Aaron, what's your first impression on this dashboard?
It's pretty clean.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on, but I'd
Mm-hmm.
imagine if you're in this business, you know what all of these things are. So have them all in one
Mm-hmm.
view clearly is great. I like the little spark lines for the last 12 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. And you can
Let's see.
hover.
So we're looking at first call resolution percentage
Mm-hmm.
for this week. Maybe I'd reverse that. So put the
Yeah,
highest at the top.
correct.
Yeah. Interaction length in minutes for calls and web chats.
This is the square is called the triangle is web chat. I don't know if that was okay.
Yeah, it's a little hard because there's probably there's some that are really grouped together, so you can't really tell because they're all like together. I do like that they put it on that axis. You could see how long those went. So in the upper right-hand corner, you could see that Tanya had a web chat that went 60 minutes long. And then the person.
Oh, I see this one.
And then the person below them had a actual call that went nearly as long.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed this, Aaron. Look how the how do you call it? Like the KPIs, right? They're here, instead of being on top, they're here almost in the middle at the bottom, like the bands, right?
Are those only relevant to what's below it, or is it for like
Maybe.
everything?
No, that's a good question. Head of office. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I'm not sure. Transfer
Like
rate,
even like
abandon rate.
abandon rate, total calls per minute. I figure those will all be at the top,
Yeah.
unless it went specifically for just this bottom section. But then maybe you move this bottom section, the whole thing, up to the top and put that
Yeah,
top
I'm
section
not
underneath it.
sure if, let me see, average today. Yeah, it looks like this could be on the top, I think, right? I think so. But it was cool. I mean, I like so far the colors. They seem really good.
I think that
Um,
section that you're on down there in the bottom right, I think it'd be good if they colored the bar if it went over or under that,
mhm.
whatever that line is. Either
Correct,
way they
correct.
want to do it is fine, but that way, again, otherwise it's just a sheet of bars. But if you had something to highlight, something that you wanted to point out, changing the color of that bar would be helpful.
Correct, correct. So yeah, that's you're right, because it says here the target or the limit. And it's great that they. I mean, I like that they kind of like do this right. Like in this case, we're talking about averages, limit, and target.
Yeah,
And then
at the top with the squares and the triangles, I like
mm-hmm,
that they have that average indicator by the 20.
mm-hmm.
Uh, almost wish it ran the whole way so you could see where if I am Tony at the bottom, where does that lie in my range of data?
Yeah.
And the other thing I was a little curious is like on the top left, it's the agent, and
Mm-hmm,
then you have all that information up to those squares and triangles, and
mm-hmm,
the other little data after it. But then you have another section in that blue that
mm-hmm.
just the rows don't match. It's not the same order
Yeah.
because it's probably ordered by occupancy. But if naturally my eye goes from one side to the other, I would think that that person should line up with that list.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So, for example, you see this one, it's only the first name. What is that? And this one does have the first name and last name. So I'm a little confused with this here. Then TFR. I mean, it should be nice to hover and then see what that means. But probably those people that use this, they know, so that's fine.
Right, right. What's
And then
this?
we have the chart.
Yeah. What is that? Let's see. Average speed of answer.
Um, Average speed of answer and tier one. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but let's see.
So it looks like
Oh,
for
look at that.
oh, that really. Oh, there you go.
So if I move, yeah, let's see this one.
Okay, I think I get it. It's in the early morning. That's when everybody's calling in. I got a problem. I can't log in, or I'm having problems with whatever. So it probably takes a little longer for people the staff to answer the phone.
Let's start
And then it just kind
answering.
of fades the rest of the day. You get the lunchtime, rise, and then another like end of the day, and then
Mhm.
after hours, it just kind of like goes off because there's probably very few people there to answer the phone. So if anybody has
Mhm.
problems, they're waiting a long time to get to anyone.
Correct, 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 correct.
That's
So
good.
yeah,
I,
very
I,
great.
I like those colors too.
I
That
like the
graphic.
colors. Yeah, the colors are easy to get. Color too easy to digest.
And they
Um,
did that change into the color with that graph there. If it's past the SLA that is
yeah,
required, it changed it
here
orange. Perfect.
they should have done that here too on
Yeah,
this one.
yeah.
Let me show you one. I wanted to bring different dashboards today, so everybody that is watching, we always use the show is about any tool visualization, anything that you can find online that doesn't have to be Tableau. And the thing is, here, for example, we have one in Power BI. I'm going to show you two. Power BI and this one, Power BI. I think this one I don't know. It looks a little bit like Excel, I think, but you let me know what you think.
It's a lot of orange.
Uh-huh.
Even the abandoned calls percentage
Uh-huh.
is an orange title with an orange color in the graph. Same with the conversion.
Exactly.
I guess they're all kind of like that. They've all had that the same orange that's in the graph is also the header color.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing that could be improved, right? Like we don't really need to like color every single title. I mean, in orange.
Yeah, those bottom two look very Excel-like with the round bubble and the line connecting it with two of them going. It looks very
Mhm.
Excel-like.
Mhm. Yeah, this one is one that I think I need some help. I mean, I like that they have very good KPIs here. Call center performance, last 30 days. We have very good KPIs. I mean, it's just
Maybe it
maybe
just
the way. Go ahead.
maybe it just needs to be organized a little better.
Right.
Like the
Mhm.
title, the call center performance last 30 days is like immediately when you open it, you should know what it is. Well, you have to read across the page in order to get to it. So I think that should be first.
Yeah, this should be in this side
Right, because you
here,
have that
maybe.
reset filter on the far right side, separate
Mhm.
from the actual filters that you have in that row.
Correct. Yeah, that was also a little strange to me. Anybody on the chat, Christine? What do you think about this one in particular? This orange one? I mean, so from Power BI, so that you guys can see Power BI a little bit different than what we usually show from Tableau. How many charts should be in a dashboard? She said. Okay, let me see. Let me bring what she's saying. It's excellent advice. How many charts should be in a dashboard? I'm curious if the data set is small and there are not many insights. Should the visualization also be small and just focus on one or two? So usually the actual suggestion is honestly, if you can, you should have four, 3 or 4 visualizations, and then you can have some multiple KPIs, right? Which is so you can have this form at bottom, but
Hmm.
imagine though everything on top should be, it should be just put better. Like I'm pretty sure that Aaron is going to show one that it looks so much better that we can give you an idea. But it
Yep.
should be, let's say, some here like around across, and then this four is not that bad. But I mean, but it's also because they have a lot of orange and stuff like that. Now I'm gonna show you one more, Aaron. This one is gonna hurt your eyes, Christine. Tell me what do you think about this one. And actually, this one was built in Tableau.
Well,
This one needs
Point,
help.
I had this one I was gonna do, but I'm glad you brought this up.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, okay, go,
I,
go, go. Let's think that this is you.
I
Tell me.
just want to talk back to Christine's point of like how
Okay.
many that depends on what you have available to display. 4 is usually a good rough number. If they're small graphs, if they're spark lines, you can get more in there. Sometimes you only have room for 3. You have one big one across the top and then 2 smaller ones, or vice versa. Uh, I know Tableau Public has plenty of dashboard templates. If you just search Tableau Public for dashboard templates, you can see all the different types. Some that's got 5, 6, 7 on there. Some they only have 3. So that's a good resource if you're looking for some inspiration of like, I have very little data. I don't want to put one thing on here, but I also don't want to put 10 things on here. So go out there and find something that is useful. Okay,
The,
let's see what you
the
got.
the last thing. Tell me, Christine, what do you think about this? Now, I was just thinking about what you were saying. Could it be that maybe we have 2 dashboards, 1 and 2, right? Like if there were 2, it could be easier to digest.
Yeah.
I think. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
because
maybe
all
2.
those they've got all those KPIs and 3 charts
Uh huh.
basically.
Exactly. So we have 2 charts, 3 with this one, 1, 2, 3, and then all these KPIs here across. Yeah,
Could be.
exactly. That
Good
could be
idea.
an option.
Hmm.
So this is the one, Aaron. This is the one for you. Oh, she says too much orange. Yeah, there's way too much orange.
Yep.
Actually, Aaron, let's do this. Show me this one. I'll take it out and you show
No,
me
no, no.
this one.
I have that was the one I took out before we started the
Oh,
show.
cool.
So we're
Okay.
good.
Okay. So this one is interesting, I think, because what is the first thing that grab your attention? Boom. First thing,
Colors
color. Yes, the same thing for me.
and
Same thing.
circles. There's lots of
Mhm,
circles. You
mhm.
got the pie chart, and then you got the bubble chart. I do like that they've grouped together their KPIs. You got these
Okay,
three benchmarks. You've got these three
I
volume of
like that
dispatch
too.
first responders. Do have a call volume trend. So I like that they did that. I'm not a fan of anything below that.
Yeah, okay. This always happens because we opened it like 30 minutes ago. So if I click on central, it changed, right? Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it changed. So that's great.
Yeah, I noticed that the call volume trend that sheet must have a fixed axis
Mm,
because you can't really tell anything across time because it didn't change automatically.
mhm.
So I wonder why they maybe had fixed that.
So is this something, Aaron? This, do you see these two dots here on the side? Is that something? Oh man, I forgot to send the. I'm gonna send this on the chat. I'm sorry for that. The reason is if you guys can see it. Aaron, you can
Y-
put it there.
Yeah, if you send it in the chat to me, email, I can
Yeah.
put it in LinkedIn because when you're posting it, it only goes to YouTube,
Okay.
and those on LinkedIn can't see it either.
Yeah. Let
Let me
me
see
put
if I
it
can
there.
get to it. Okay, there we go. All right, I got it.
Let me get this one so people can have the other ones. I'll do that.
All right, I got them out
And
there.
this one's the last one. So you guys can see it. So too much circles, like this circles here on referral sources and what happened after calling. I mean, at least this is only three, which is not horrible. I can understand. But this is not doing much to me. I don't know. I think this could be a bar chart, something easier to understand. The referral sources.
So
That could be.
a few weeks ago, I was
Mhm.
teaching a class at a local college about data visualization, and
Uh-huh.
they came across on their own Tableau's bubble charts. And they're like,
Uh-huh.
and they had a lot of data on there, so there was a ton of bubbles, and they're like, "Whoa, that looks nice." Like I don't know what it's saying, but I like it.
Mhm.
I have not found a good use for a bubble chart. Uh, show Trying to compare circumference of a circle against another is impossible.
Exactly. The other thing is we can see the police and the behavioral health. It doesn't have a number. You have to hover to see the number.
Hmm.
Okay, you have to like, and then this one's even worse. I don't even know what they are. Like, I have to like, okay, look, hospital, fire, medical provider. I mean, like, what if somebody print screening this or something, right?
What about the tree map there?
The
When you
tree
hover
map,
on there, what does it do?
the color. I don't know. That
When you
color gets me crazy.
when you hover on it, what information do you get?
It's volume. Is
Oh,
it
so
volume?
it's just what's shown, the zip
Mhm.
code and the volume.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think it should. If this is zip code, it should. Well, it's zip code, so it should say zip code serves or something like, I don't know. Knowing that that's a zip code, because
Or
if I print this, mhm, or do something with it,
served up in a question form of which areas were the most served.
exactly. Hmm.
When you click on
Oh,
one of
cool.
those, what does it filter the page?
So look, this is James. James, hey James, I'm gonna talk to you later next week because we're gonna be in the conference. So I wanted to see you over there. Glad that you're going. That they so James says they could have made the tree map a density map so the zip codes could be seen in relation to each other. Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, because like
a
who
density map.
knows where well, these people probably know, but that'd be great to you can put a small map there, would be fine.
You know something? He's Dan. This is Dan Sanchez. Thank you, Dan, for being here. He have a very good point. I was thinking the same thing. He's saying that it looks like they were trying just to have a variety of pieces on the bottom. So this is actually interesting. Then this could be someone that it's learning data visualization, learning Tableau, wanted to do certain different I don't know, visualizations just to see how they look or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Mm-hmm.
good that's a good call. I mean, it could be. I mean, no, I'm not sure about the colors yet, but that's something that I think a lot of people do when they're starting out, right? Like they use different colors.
Yeah.
Um, for some reason, someday I was thinking I was in a park, right? And I was looking at these kids with balloons, right? And I see all these kids with different balloons that they look identical to these colors. So I'm wondering if everyone thinks about those type of colors always when they're trying to do something or drawing or I don't know, painting, and maybe that's what people do that when they start data visualization. They're not thinking about the whoever is using the dashboards. They're just doing it for fun, right? They're just doing it for I don't have a good time.
Yeah, I remember doing that when I first started.
Me
Was like,
too.
I'm gonna make all like just a bunch of different charts. I'm going, oh, look at all these colors. That's fun. It doesn't help with the insights, but that's a good point. Is that this could just be someone just
Mhm.
starting off, and if it's not, sorry about that.
So Aaron, show me. Aaron's gonna show me some of the dashboards. So well, we changed to Aaron. So if you're in here in the chat, let us know. Hey, put it there if you're going to the conference, Tableau conference in May. I know that James is going. So James, you don't have to do it. I mean, no, James is going. But if anybody else is going, let us know. We want to see you there. We're going there on Monday, 16. We should be there. I don't know. I think in the afternoon or something.
Yep.
We should be there until Thursday, and we're gonna bring this show into the conference. The exact date and time we're working on that, but we're going to the conference, so just let
And
me
and,
know.
and presenting, we're gonna be doing the show from the conference.
Oh, so James says that it has been 6 years since it was originally published and still being updated. Oh man, that's awesome. That's funny. Do am I using the paid version? Have you tried Astra Analytica? Okay, so I have not tried the Astra Analytica platform. I do know what it is, thanks to Joe from Bislip. So I know Joe, and I know exactly what is Astra Analytica platform, but I have not used it yet. And I mean, Tableau Public should be okay. I mean, that's like more like Tableau Online. But let us know what it's. I'm curious to know what is the thing that you found difficult to use. I would like to know, and I know that James can also help us here. James very good with Tableau, being used Tableau for a long time. So let me know. Let us know, Christine. Anything that we can help you. Very curious. So what
All
did you
right.
got here?
All right, here we go. I got 5 of them. 4 of them only are related to the topic today. Originally, we had set today's topic as art, and on
Mhm.
data meetings transform Tuesday, that's what they
Uh-huh.
talked about was
Okay.
art. That was their topic. So I was doing some research to find something. So I'm just going to briefly go through this because it's not the topic at hand.
Okay.
But I
Okay. No
thought
problem.
they did something here I've never seen before. So I just wanted to walk through that. It was pretty interesting. So it's really long, as you can see by the scroll bar here. I put a link to the in the chat as well. So
Mhm.
they got like famous cases where the most heists taken. Again, pretty simple. I'm a big fan of the just dark mode. My phone is set permanently on dark mode, so I
Mhm.
appreciate that. They have this color legend. These are all the lost. These are all the found. But it's also in the form of a question. More information when you hover on it. Estimated value,
Mhm.
the date stolen, received, etc.
Put,
Uh,
put, put, you put it in. Oh, yeah, yeah, you put it in
I
the
did.
chat. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You put it in the chat. Okay, it's in the
And
chat.
and this one, this is it looks like a slope chart,
Uh-huh.
but it's turned the other way. I'm used to a slope chart having two
That's
y-axis,
right. That's
not two
correct.
x-axes.
I've
Axis.
never seen something like this either. My first time.
So
Hmm.
this was pretty interesting. Date stolen, date recovered. I don't know what the value, like what it's pointing to. Maybe that's the year. Oh, it's the number of years. Got it. Got it. Got it. So this one took forever. It took 72 years to recover. So that was interesting.
Hmm.
Come down here, a little more thing. This is
That's
what I wanted to show. So,
incredible.
so it says here, follow the criminal's trail through the immersive experience by clicking on each phase in the map. So here we are in 1, and it shows you a Google Street View inside of this dashboard. And then here's where the thief went next. They went to the blue room, and here we are in the blue room, and you can see where they were at. And then it tells you exactly where they go in each of those, and they've put in the Google map specific to the location that this burglar went, all the way to the end. So I just wanted to point out I've never seen anything like that, where like this is supposed to talk about insights into art, and then you're immersing them into the actual physical place of where this happened by allowing them to see that firsthand inside the dashboard.
I think it's awesome. I really like it. I mean, it's very, like, I think, I mean, who, like, probably all of us here have played with Google Maps, and when, like, I was looking for a location, to be honest with you, this morning I was looking for a location that I want to go during the weekend, and I was trying to understand what was the road, how do I get, so I was, getting the little, I don't know, I call it the little man inside and then you point it inside the
Yeah,
map,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
you drop it and it will just show you the satellite. And I think everybody, I mean, I think just people enjoy doing those things, right? They
Yep,
enjoy interacting, looking at things. I think it's awesome. I, I,
yep.
I really like, can you show that visualization again, that it's the slope chart? I don't know, I think this could be something interesting to maybe use this. I mean, I understand. I mean, I feel I like that you can see the one going all the, and then you can see they only highlighted three, right?
Yep.
Three
Yep.
of the ones that they wanted to
That
highlight, which is
you can
really
see
impressive.
all of them, but yeah, they're only saying like, hey, look, the screen was stolen twice. This one took 72 years, and the one that's most famous, the Mona Lisa, it's worth $850 billion.
Yeah. So I think the cool thing about this is that they are actually highlighting the insights, right? Everything else didn't matter that much, and I mean that's
Yeah,
really good.
yeah.
I mean,
All right, so let's get back
great,
to our topic. I just thought that was a kind of a neat
very
thing,
cool.
and I've got a couple here. We'll go through quickly. It's just one last one that I wanted to discuss because I think it's a great example.
Oh,
This one, what I liked was the simplicity of it. And that
mhm.
last one that you showed, or one of the ones that you showed, email, everything was orange, and
Exactly.
you don't need to highlight everything. Otherwise, nothing's important. Here
Mhm.
they're highlighting, like in this one, they put the highest and the lowest. So
Make it a little bit larger to see if you can see it better. Uh,
zoom in on.
so we can see it on the screen. Um, mm,
Okay, I made it a little bigger. But so like if I wanted to look at the LA call center,
huh.
it's going to tell me over this time period which days had the highest and lowest. I don't have to figure out which bar is the highest and which bar is the lowest. It grays out all the bars, and it just gives me a circle for the top and bottom, the min and max.
Mm,
I liked that feature of being able to call those out. Another thing that I liked, which was a little confusing, was they have this says click to filter dashboard. So it tells you which sheet has things that you can filter on. If I click on here,
mm,
all of these change. You can see this one is for this one. I'm guessing that this won't change anything, but I didn't check it, and that's true. So they're saying that this is not filterable. Everything else looks like it is. Is
mm.
you can do it. This one was a little tricky. One, it's a pie chart, and anyone who's ever watched the show knows my feeling on pie charts. This it's how you make it is you basically overlap one circle on top of another circle, and you can see that when you kind of like hover on it.
Uh-huh.
So it said I can click on this to filter. So I want to see within SLA. It doesn't do anything because I'm clicking on the inner circle that has no function.
Gotcha.
You don't know that it doesn't say anywhere that you have to click on that outer circle, and then everything will
Mm,
filter. So
I see.
instead of clicking on the bigger slice of that pie, you have to click on that tiny little edge piece.
Yeah. Maybe, mm, I don't even really think we needed this pie chart here. I don't really think so.
The answer
I
is
think
always no.
I think it's the board a simple bar going up.
Yeah.
That's it.
But and then they carried that
Yeah.
high and low over to this one as well. So it's a little the lines are a little smaller, so you can't quite
Uh-huh.
see as much detail. So they make it a point of showing you exactly where the highs and lows were
That's
for
great.
each of those
That's
locations.
awesome.
So I like that. Next one.
Yeah, I really like this one.
Yeah, we were looking at this
That's
last week, I think.
yeah, this is one of my favorite. James, tell me what do you think about this one? I'm curious because I really like this one. Yeah, don't tell me. Tell me a little bit about this one.
I put it in there. So similar to the last one, it's pretty simple in the color scheme that they're using. They have this logo here. This is probably the company logo. Maybe not. I don't know. But they matched it to that color. They went with a dark here and a light everything else, which maybe not. They've highlighted a single bar here of the highest day of the week that has the most calls. But the best feature about this is not necessarily call center related, but you have the ability of like, you know what? I just said previously that I really like that dark mode. I for some reason this was white. I look at too much white. My eyes hurt too much. It's got these toggles right here to allow you to do that. So there's a light mode and a dark mode. So when you click on it, it then transposes that color, and now I've got my dark mode.
Oh, this
I,
is it looks awesome.
I,
I
I
like this.
I love just the ability to allow people to see the dashboard
Mhm.
the best way that they can. Like I don't do well with white. I need that dark stuff, but everything is white. Everything is all these dashboards are white. Paper's white. My screen's white. But if I had the ability in my dashboard to change it to that dark mode, hey, this person went out of their way to give me more than was asked for, and it's a feature that I've never seen anywhere else. I'm going to make sure that I use this dashboard. I'm going to pay attention to what's here. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to dig in. That gives that person a little more connection to something that you had created.
Yeah. On the previous on the previous dashboard, I think James also certain. I just want to mention this. He think that maybe they wanted to do a donut chart, but they got the inner circle wrong. That's very possible, right? That
Mhm.
it was a mistake because that happened that you had to click on the outer area. It was very weird. Yeah, that's true.
Let me see if I can get it real quick.
Mhm. 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 I think that makes sense. This probably was supposed to be a donut chart, right? And then
Yeah, should have just been. This should have been white, but it looks.
this
I
should
mean,
be
it looks
white.
like they purposely left it kind of this light gray, though.
Mhm.
Either way, I don't think it would have worked correctly because you still have to click on this outer slice in order to make that
Mhm.
interaction work.
Mhm. 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 Interesting.
The other thing about this that I wanted to point out is a lot of times people want they're used to just a page of numbers. Like I just show me the data. I don't care about graphs. So they have that option here. So you have this little table icon. So this is the calls log. So it allows
Mhm.
them to see this in a tabular form.
Mhm.
You have the
Exactly.
ID and the date, location. You have all this information, but even more importantly, they got that sentiment column. I what are all these negative sentiments? Let me
Mhm.
dig into these calls. Let me listen to them because maybe they're recorded somewhere. Let me see who it is that's making them. So they can easily see from a call. Again, if this is a call center, this is a contact center. They're used to looking at things like this.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
so this is probably a really easy way for them to be able to view that data. Next one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
Go back to that one. So go back to the first visualization. I want to see if so we have James saying, let's see what if you can see this. He said the city list to map should put the circle on the city, not the state. Houston and El Paso both place the circle in the middle of Texas. Hmm. I didn't notice that. So if you go to Texto, El Paso, okay. So go to El Paso. Like if you click El Paso on the left. Let's see. Let's see. So if you click on it, Yeah, it's still the whole state.
Yeah, you don't know where El Paso is.
You don't know which ones are. Yeah, it's kind of like saying the whole city is 528, which is not right because even we have Dallas after in
I,
number
I,
five.
I was even thinking that if you could click on a state, it would just give you the cities in that state, and it doesn't do that.
Hmm. You also have on top where it says sales call center, all Chicago, Denver, on there on the top. Go a little bit higher.
Yeah, these.
Yeah, those. I don't know what that do, but is
I
that
mean,
only
I
for
don't think it
Chicago?
changed the state like any.
Hmm. No, no. I mean, still, it's nice looking. I mean, I like this bars on the right on the bottom where it says number of call by sentiment. That looks pretty good too. That one's and that's something that we don't use often, right? We should, but we don't use often. I think here the good thing is that it's very clean. It's kind of like clean. You know, it's how many visualizations do we have here? Three, six. We have six. Maybe we need less, I think, but
6, and they got these little spark
this all
lines.
yeah. It's a lot. There is a lot, but it still works. Yeah, and they're highlighting the most important information with the green. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that I'm not
This
100%
must be
sure.
like 100% stacked bar.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So they're
Yeah,
saying that 76% SLA status was met.
yeah, in Los Angeles because you selected Los Angeles. That gets a little bit lost. The title, I don't know. It would say call center dashboard Los Angeles or something like that, right? So maybe something like that. So
Hmm.
anybody else have any other questions about this one? What about where it's October 2020? I see you have an icon there for info. Oh, cool. Very nice. Very nice. It tells you who designed it. Great stuff. Customer satisfaction, service level agreements. I mean, I like to do that all the time on some of the dashboards. I think this is where the calls are originating. The call center is the call center location. Ah,
I,
okay.
I did.
Oh, yes.
I also noticed that. So we were looking at this all, and you can see that it's right now it's a little faded out, but it's a green icon.
Mm-hmm.
So when you click on one of these, it does not turn this button green. It
Mm.
still says gray. I'd almost want to see it like as you click on a button, because I've done that elsewhere. It changes that color so that you know exactly which one you've
Mm-hmm.
clicked on
Yeah.
without graying out the rest of them. But again, it's still pretty good.
Yeah. It's great. Great
All right,
stuff. Great dashboard.
here's the next one.
Hmm.
So I'm a big fan of these bullet charts. So you can see your pace to goal. So they've got those here for this. Looks like we're looking at this person, which I can't pronounce, so I'm not going to try. Another thing I liked was down here towards the bottom, they have like all of their agents, top agents by handled calls.
With a picture.
With a picture. So I like that in the way that if I'm a new manager or I'm not familiar with this department, but I've seen that person walking around. Hey, next time I see them, I'm going to say, "Hey, great job with your calls," or something. Like you can put a face to a name. It's not just it's not just a text of a person's name and you have no
Mhm.
connection to that person. So I like that. But the biggest thing I liked about this was they've got these up here on the right, this media. So it lets you go to any of these channels. Okay,
Go put the thing on the chat.
yeah, it's got the button for the filters, but
Oh,
it's that demo there. I'm going to show you in a second, which is
so
where
James
you
saying
going?
that the bottom color issue seems to be related to dark mode. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. It could be that the dark mode is not completely flush out, and it makes it more complicated.
So they have this demo, and I'm like, I wonder what this is. So I clicked on it, and it takes you to YouTube. But like, why does it do that? I'll
I
show
mean, it
you this.
shows you how to build it.
Do I love Gantt charts? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Good timing, right? It's the chart show. So this is a call center performance dashboard. It's video. It's 2 minutes long. So how I understand this is that they are going through and showing you how you can interact with this dashboard. Instead of having a PowerPoint or a just a PDF of like, you can click here and this does this, and then you can click here and this does this. They show you a video of someone interacting with it. How is this relevant to me? How can I move around? How can I get
I like that.
different views? So they give them a video for that, and I would guess that this is probably an unpublished dashboard, and you have to click on that link in the dashboard, and even to see this, because you probably can't search for this, which is a great way to do that. If your company needs it has an internal site where they can do that.
Like
I just think,
SharePoint, right?
right,
Like SharePoint.
like SharePoint, they could say, okay, to see how you do this dashboard, click on this link, and it takes you to that SharePoint site, and it walks you through. Maybe there's some audio here of someone talking through. If you wanted to see this, here's how you would do that. Again, good idea for someone new or someone who's not in that department wants to know how to use this.
Yeah.
Just instead of a page of text on how you do things, you can show them a video of how to do it instead.
Yeah. I think it's great for increasing adoption. Just put a video of how to use, how to do this, how to do that. You can even at the end of the video include like, hey, go here for some documentation, or send us an email to whoever it was, the developer or the department, if you want to add anything, change anything, have any questions. I mean, perfect.
Yep.
So go back to the dashboard, and oh my goodness, what is that thing? That looks a little weird. So I think it's just, I mean, it's just a little strange how it's. Um, I like the information. I think it could be maybe organized in a way. I think it's just the colors, to be honest. I think if it had a white background, and maybe, I think it's just the colors in general that I don't love, but it's a little strange. I think Dan says, see what Dan says. Let's see if you can see this, and can you
Yeah,
show us this?
it's about that gray bar in the middle.
The gray bar, Dan.
So,
Let me see.
so
What
like,
is the point of the gray bar in the middle? Because are you talking? Oh, okay, gotcha.
so like they put a gray bar here,
Mhm.
but then they've outlined half of it with this orange, and they've outlined half of it with this other gray. It's a good question, because we only have two colors. We don't have a third. Let me see what happens if I do that. Handled calls. Okay, so these color legends are just for these outer sections.
So
I
I don't
wonder.
understand actuals. These 12 weeks. Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah, I
You know
don't.
what? You know what is weird? That blue bar too. There's no consistent. How many colors do
So,
we have here? Black, gray, orange, blue, red. It's too many. Too many.
yeah, like so. For example, from the last one we talked about,
Mhm.
if they colored this bar, this is the only one that hasn't reached that red point. The other two
Mhm.
have, but you would
Mhm.
know that unless you scanned each single one of them.
I think that they could have done this black and orange. That's it. If it's less than the bar, the red bar, orange. Higher, black. That's it. Two colors.
Yeah.
It could have looked
All
so
right.
much better.
If you want to talk about colors, so my next one,
Hmm.
this last one, this is the one that I wanted to show.
Hmm. Oh, wow! I remember this from a long time ago. This is an old one. This is an old one.
See when this was. Oh, May 2020.
Oh, I thought that it was older than that. Huh. This isn't. I mean, at least the colors that they're using. I think, if I'm not wrong, this is the Tableau original, or yeah, the original colors, right?
I think this is the colorblind palette, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
I do like that they colored the weekdays and weekends. So you
Mm-hmm.
can see, obviously, weekends are far lower across the week.
That's a good thing. That's a very good thing.
There's just a lot of color.
Mhm.
I know it's the color. Like here, it looks like it's faded a little bit, right? This this is easier. This one is easier to look at than like this. It's just there's a lot going on. Is red bad? Probably not. Just means that's the most for that time period.
More calls.
Yeah.
Some more calls, right?
Yeah, Monday and Tuesday at 5 o'clock. That's your peak time. That's when you need to make sure that you're staffed. So I,
Hmm.
I I like the setup of you have the days of the
Hmm.
week and you've got the time period, so you can do your staffing and you can know when the most calls coming in.
This is from 2016. 2016. So that's what James says. 2016. So my first impression, like you said, colors. Anything that is confusing. I'm a little confused with the hours call volumes. I'm not 100% sure. I'm a little confused with that. It says James says that it looks like they reverse volume from top chart to middle chart. Hmm. To the middle chart. So they reverse volume from top chart to middle chart. Okay. Oh, because yeah, I got you. Because the in the top chart, the orange is the weekends which have less volume, and then on the volume by weekday, they're highlighting the orange, which is the highest volume.
So yeah, these two.
Yeah, that's true. Could be confusing for some people. That's right.
And I bet this would be hard to. It says, how should I plan weekly roster?
Uh,
It's hard to know based off this view how I should plan my weekends. Where's
mhm.
the peak here? You can't tell because it's comparing this 110 calls to this 2,000 calls all in the same view.
So, what you think it's you don't think it makes more sense to do Monday to Friday only and
I
take
mean, they
away Saturday and Sunday?
they separated weekdays and weekends here. I probably would do the same thing. If you know your weekends are lower, there's no reason to color your whole thing and include those two because they're not comparable.
So, do you think that maybe more sense to say call center dashboard weekdays and that's it, and in another dashboard call center dashboard weekend? Two different visualizations, two
Yep.
different dashboards.
And you can even have a single visual like this at the top of both of them. So they can see the scope of like weekends are way less and
Uh,
weekdays are much higher. Mondays are the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
highest. But if you had that on both of these dashboards, you would never
Mhm.
get confused of like, well, there's all this orange and red on my Saturdays and Sundays, but that was the low time for
Yeah.
the month. But if you had that up there, it would at least tie the two together.
Yeah, that's what the Saturday and Sunday is all blue in the call volume by weekday. I mean, it even says weekday. I mean, I don't know. I think it's yeah, I will if I were me, I will separate both, make two different dashboards. All of that go needs to go away. Can you exclude it?
Oh, and to keep only. See, it didn't help any.
You didn't help. It didn't help.
I was hoping this would change colors, but it didn't.
What about there the
Down here,
uncertainty in call volumes? It's just hard to read because it's to the side,
the
and
text is really weird.
it's just it looks weird. Yeah, it looks a little strange.
Yeah, like this one looks like 15, but it's actually 115.
Oh wow. Hmm. And that one, I think that also if you if someone could have take this the one on the bottom and then just I don't know, you don't need that money, maybe that much information, right? It's hard. What is the timing on that? When does this start? Let's see how volatile call volumes are. Hmm.
I don't know what the definition of that is, so I don't know why we have 100% here.
Okay, so that's at 12 a.m. So it's going to be 24 bars. I don't know. That one's
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah, it goes 1 a.m. through the rest of the day. I do
Okay.
I do like this one.
Okay.
So like, at 9 a.m. it averages 833, which is that point right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gives you the range. Sometimes it's 198, sometimes it's 2094, but that is your peak day right there, Tuesdays.
Okay. And it says top three average, bottom three average. Okay. Typical range. Okay, that's great. And they see it very simple. It's very simple, but it's easy to understand.
Yeah, that black line going through the middle is the average, and then the blue around it is the range.
The range. Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Very good. Anybody have any other questions? Anybody want to share anything that you're looking at if you're looking at in your laptop or your PC on the other screen, this dashboard, um, want to share anything with us, let us know. That was the last one, right?
That's all I got. Yep.
Yeah, okay. We just wanted to say everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. What do we have next week? We also, if anybody wants to join us, Dan or Christine, James, of course, James, anytime. We have more topics following weeks. We're trying to do some of the topics, more data related to maybe the business, different industries and things like. I mean, you can show that Aaron in the screen because we
Yep.
want to show you that we. Let me show you this quick. You're showing the. Hold on. Yeah. So we added a bunch of new weeks. You see, we have healthcare. We on May 16, 18 or something like we're gonna be on the Tableau conference. On the 25th, we have Memorial Day, agriculture, digital marketing, CRM, public sector, supply chain. I mean, you name it. You can pick any topic. If there is a topic that you like that we have not listed, that you have a passion for, or that you have great interesting data visualizations or data, just let us know. We can change one of these topics and make it a topic that you're interested, and you can join us anytime.
We have one open spot for Star Wars.
Yeah,
We got some fans out there.
we have Star Wars soon. We have Earth Day. We have social media. I like social media, so I'm gonna have some great stuff for social media, and just let us
Yes.
know.
Sarah will be on. That'll be good.
Sarah will be on with us in social media. She's a Tableau. What do they call it now? I forgot.
Visionary.
Visionary. It's not instead of being a Tableau, Tableau Zen Master. So they call that. They change it. So yeah, we'll be us. And next week, like you said, we're gonna have. Is that healthcare next week? Right.
Next week is Earth related.
Earth data. I'm sorry.
Earth
Data could be climate change, could be weather. So let us know. We're more than happy to show you around. You can be with us. That will be super cool. Very interesting data. And anyway, thank you so much. I hope to see you next week. And until next time, thank you, Data Meeting, for allowing us to do this. Like I said, if you need anything related to training, data strategies, Alteryx, Tableau, or anything else, let us know. We're also hiring. Thank you, Aaron. We're also hiring. We're always hiring. Anybody, if you have good data skills, we want to talk to you. So we're 100% remote. And so if you're looking for 100% remote, we don't care where you at. We have jobs. So just let us know on datameaning.com/careers. Just let us know if you apply to anything. Thank you so much.
Sounds good. Yamil, everyone. See you next week.
Bye. Have a good weekend. Good Easter. Yep.